Shema Gashala Yahweh Alahaganawa Yahweh Achad Shema Gashala Yahweh Alahaganawa Yahweh Achad Shema Gashala Yahweh Alahaganawa Yahweh Achad Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahasar Chakodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, I was a high spirit, we in Levi, and today I want to go into a topic entitled Be Like Water. Be like water, all right? So I was talking to the brother over the phone, and you know how things come up in conversation, then a light bulb hits you like, yeah, message. Like that's a lesson right there. And one thing that I thought about was, you know, when it comes to we channeling, we being channels for the Mayan. All right, we being we being channels for the waters. For the waters, the living waters, and each YouTube channel is just that. It's a channel. You channel the water, all right? And we have a responsibility to let the spirit flow like water, all right? And I can recall being a rideshare driver about 2 years ago, all right? And I was able to have a schedule to where around the morning time, around 9 o'clock, I can go to a particular part like this one and do a live stream. But then, because of course, financial reasons, I had to go back to the workforce. And it just totally threw off my schedule. It totally threw off my spiritual channel, you know. It just, I allowed it to disrupt it, you know. And one thing I learned, and one thing that I am learning, is that you have to make yourself like water and be able to adjust, all right, to keep your direction, all right. You have to make yourself like water and take on the shape of any circumstance that you're in. So when it comes to doing the works, when it comes to praying, or when it comes to fasting, all right, reading, you have to make adjustments and just go and flow like water, all right. So now, as you can see, brothers and sisters who, you know, are in tune with this channel, you will see that I do my videos a lot of times in the morning or on my way to work, because I just, through the spirit, I had to just learn to make the adjustments, you know. The spirit started to get me up a little earlier, you know. So just going back to the topic, you know, we have to be like water, all right. We have to be able to just take on the shape of the circumstance. And the nature of water is that you want to be like living waters, and the thing that makes water alive, all right, is the fact that it has direction. All right, it's going somewhere, it's flowing. Okay, shalom, shalom. The thing that makes water alive is that it's going somewhere, it's flowing. All right, there's something called dead water. You can actually have dead water to where if it's still, it starts to rot, and it attracts mold, you know, a certain type of mold. I forget the name of it. And of course, you see animals like mosquitoes and stuff around it, and it starts to stink because it's actually dead water. It's rotten water. All right. So same thing with our spirits. When we're not active and we're not doing the works, all right, you will realize that your mind can be consumed by unclean spirits, by demons, because they perceive you as a dead carcass in the wild. If you have an animal that's weak or it appears to be dead, what happens? Buzzards start flying, all right? You see carcass eating birds start flying high, and that's lets you know what? There's a dead animal somewhere in the premises. That's, you know, the scavenger birds, all right, they start to feed on the carcass. So that's what happens spiritually. When your spirit is like water, it's literally like water, all right? And to keep your spirit active and alive is to stay in motion, stay occupied. As Yahweh Shai said, occupy until I come. Okay? Because if that spirit becomes still, all right, it becomes still waters, okay? Just like still waters is going to attract mold and unclean entities, okay? And then you're going to be consumed in your own thoughts, and your flesh is going to turn against you, and you're going to find yourself either just being consumed in negative thoughts or just consumed in negative activities that don't feed your spirit. Okay, and you may not understand the underlying cause of the problem. And what I'm learning also as a spiritual man is that there's always an underlying issue. Certain issues are rooted in underlying issues. So certain things you struggle with, certain problems that you may have, is rooted in an underlying issue. The reason why your life may be chaotic, because, or you might feel weak in the flesh, or you find yourself just all over the place, because you're not giving yourself space to grow the spirit, to nourish the spirit, all right, to come back and be centered and be grounded, all right. And you also realize that when you do things that please Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, He makes your life a little more ordered and structured. You know, like doing the works, like linking up with brothers, you know, like just being a good person, a good brother, you know. Not, you know, and you know, it's good to focus on our mental health as well, because when the spirits, they work through people to agitate you. So we have to pray to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We learn how to be like water with people and just kind of flow with the circumstance, you know, in a way, you know, like circumstances which you got to work 9 to 5s and you got to deal with certain spirits, not letting people get inside our heads, man. And have to understand the spiritual activities is going on. When a man of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai or a sister that's locked in, spirits hate you. You're going to have positive people that's cool, and you're going to have people that's negative, and they're going to be negative for no reason. And the reason why, because it's spirits inside them that's agitated by your presence. It agitates them. It's a spiritual chemical reaction going on when an element of Yahweh Shai enters into an environment. When I say element, I mean like the element on a periodic table. The element in the periodic table. If Yahweh Shai had his own element in the periodic table, all right, if you put that element with other elements, negative ions, or however you call it, it's going to cause a spiritual chemical reaction. So when they induce you, when they put you, insert you in a certain environment, when they implant you in a certain environment, and you carry the quote unquote element of Yahweh Shai, all right, you're going to cause a spiritual chemical reaction in that environment. It's like mixing baking soda and salt, that chemical reaction with a base, and what's that, an alkaline, an acid in the base, all right? It's a chemical reaction, but there's chemical reactions in the spirit. You mix Yahweh Shai, all right? Yahweh Shai, all right, in a certain environment, it's gonna cause a spiritual reaction. All right, things gonna start bubbling and fizzing. All right, you know, you put alcohol on a wound, it's like a chemical reaction. You know, it's agitation, it's sizzling. So what happens is a brother that has the spirit, all right, cultivated in his temple, the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in his temple, and you take that brother and plant him in an environment where unclean spirits inhabit, there's going to be a spiritual chemical reaction, all right? An acid-base type reaction. And that's where the agitation comes from, all right? That's where the pettiness comes from. That's where the backbiting and the gaslighting, the rumors being spread about you come from. They don't know why they're irritated. But as long as that element of Yahweh Shai is there, All right, there's going to be a spiritual agitation. It's going to shake things up, even if you are peaceful and you're not going there and reading the Bible and telling people that Edomites and telling Jake they're going to dive down and repent. You're not doing that. But you have to understand Ephesians 6:12. All right, we battle not against what? Flesh and blood, but against principalities, all right, against spiritual wickedness in high places, roughly paraphrasing. What are those principalities? The Most High's left-hand side, all right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's left-hand side, okay? So that's something important for us to be mindful of, all right? There's something that's important for us to be mindful of. It's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's left hand and how it reacts when you put that element. You drop droplets of Yahushai in a negative environment. There's going to be agitation. Just you walking in the room. All right. People doing weird shit. Men and women, male, females, Edomites, niggas, Edomites, Jakes, People going to do weird shit because it's agitation. And those spirits can hop on different people. So one day, your antagonist of the week, the spirit hop on you, that person, they're no longer the antagonist, all right? You'll find out that they were just the antagonist of the week or the antagonist of the month. But then it might have been somebody you were cool with. Now that spirit's on them, all right? Same spirits, different vessels. Same spirits, different vessels, okay? But once again, we have to be spiritual warriors, martial artists, and learn how to combat those things mentally with those scriptures. And I say mentally because it's also good for your mental health to have scriptures, say certain scriptures in your mind when you just agitated by the things that people do. One of the things that help take that hell off your mind, all right, is recite certain scriptures in your mind, because it's a spiritual warfare. And if you have a 9 to 5, you got at least 8 hours of spiritual warfare. People just not liking you for no reason, But we can't let those liver shots and kidney shots take us down, all right? Because Satan knows that he can't kill you, because he couldn't kill Job. He can agitate you. He could pick you apart. He could tear down your internal peace. I want to have internal peace and solace. It tells you that, how does the scripture go? The Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. And I'm starting to value more and more a sound mind. All right. Having that internal, quote unquote, happy place, that internal temple of meditation where I'm just zenned out, man. And we are in this flesh. And sometimes you could get out of character, you could get outside yourself and forget, how you're supposed to move, so to speak. Nonetheless, we have this comforter for a reason. We have this word for a reason. We have each other for a reason. And sometimes you can just sit and talk to a brother, or doing lessons with a brother might help you out. We need to be around men who are like-minded, who are in the world going through hell too. Sometimes you'll do a lesson with a brother and the brother starts speaking on something that pertains to your situation without him even knowing what's going on in your life. That's the Most High giving you assistance, spiritual assistance. But like I said, that element of Yahushai on that spiritual periodic table, depending on where you insert it, it's going to shake things up. It's going to agitate things, man. All right. That's why people come at you a certain way. All right. The spirit is agitated, man. But that's what elements in the periodic table does. It can agitate. That can be chemistry. That can be synergy. So when you have two light elements of Yahushua linking together, they create synergy. And in turn, that creates power. It tells you the scriptures where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, that's where I am, roughly paraphrasing, right? So that's that synergy. That's that power. That's that spiritual altar that's on the highways and the byways every week. You know, the spiritual altar, when brothers link up together, that spiritual offering up a spiritual sacrifice. All right? Those elements are on fire. It's because of the fire. But also you have negative reactions where the element of your house is in a demonic environment where unclean spirits are. You know, if you in an environment, you know, at work, you can tell it's demons, it's negativity, it's gossip, it's, you know, nigga stuff. Whether it's subtle or more overt, it's unclean, man. But you can't help it because you got to get your bag. You got to give up to Caesar with Caesar's. So you got to work. But it's a spiritual warfare. Okay? Darkness hate light. All right? Darkness hate light. Your spirit condemns them. That's why there's agitation. Your spirit condemns you. I'm sorry. Your spirit condemns them. Salakia. Your spirit condemns, it agitates them. All right? But that's pretty much the point, man. We have to learn how to keep our fire kindled no matter where we go. We have to keep that fire and that routine, that spiritual routine. And even if we have to make adjustments and be flexible, we have to do what we have to do, all right, to keep that flow. All right, the spirit is like fire, the spirit is like water. So we have to do what we have to do to keep that fire kindled and to keep that water flowing. All right, keep that water active. All right, carrying nutrients to the sheep. All right, walk down this hill, you know. But let me not walk down this hill. All these bird droppings. All right, but with that, I do hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect, Abba Baal, Kwame Ashala, Shalom.